Small rural area where there's not any type of opportunities, period, where no one's not exposed to anything. So I had to learn everything about, well, not everything, but most of the stuff that I know about the music industry. I had to learn it all on my own by researching and how to promote and market myself as an independent artist. And I have been told, I mean, by people that, I mean, you have people that'll say one thing and some people say another, and told, like me, that you don't have like the looks or like the talent, I mean, to be in this type of business, and that no one would ever want you. But now, if they probably mostly watch me on social media, or the ones who already have always did know me, or if they catch me on TV or magazine or anything, I know they wouldn't believe their eyes, and they've been proven wrong. But I mean, it's not like trying to brag about it or anything, and not like I'm trying to say in your face or nothing. But when they just see, they just know that they have been proven wrong, and wish they may could take back some stuff, like what they've said in the past. And I remember being told by someone that just by looking at my pictures that they know that I'm not a Nicki Minaj, but which I mean, I think she is. I mean, cool and everything then too, but I'm not really coming out to try to be like any other artist out there in the game. Whether if I'm inspired by someone else's work, I'm still going to make it into my own version, and still going to keep my uniqueness, individuality, and I'm just only going to be my own artist, LollyPop. And I direct and edit all my own music videos and produce all my own music, and I distribute my own music with a distribution company, because that's how I don't really have no type of help and support with anything. I mean, what's so period from the area that I'm in. And I think that I have done a pretty good job of me in promoting my own music all by myself. Whether if the companies, I mean, say anything back to me or not, it really doesn't matter. But I can tell it's out there because I've been getting people from all over the world, I mean, and the contents and everything, I mean, that has been requesting me and inboxing, messaging me and everything, to just tell me, how they like my look or style or anything, or my music or modeling pictures. And I just really like a dream come true, because I never really got love and support like that, especially when I was growing up. I've got my first single recorded when I was 20, and it was only sold locally. And also, I didn't really have any type of money to invest for studio time, because I didn't really have a job. And even though I done independent contract work, which was selling Avon at the time, but it wasn't really still paying enough, I mean, for any investment. So in a while, it did kind of make me, I mean, like almost like giving up, because I really didn't know like how to be able to market and promote my own music. But I had to learn that the hard way, all on my own, like I've said, through researching. And also I researched studio apps to make my own beats, and I found out how to make my own music videos through apps also. And it's amazing the way technology is now, like because back then you would really have to invest in all this if you want to make a dream like this really happen. But now you can make all your dreams come true now with the internet, especially if you're willing, I mean, to want to become somebody who is like really known, I mean, like all around the world.
Riding along through my hometown right now. Right here, I'm rolling up, about to get busy with editing some clips in this building, and I usually direct and edit whatever location I'm heading to. These last few days traveling to Augusta has been feeling like heaven because everybody doesn't know you and no one doesn't care about your business or anything unless you have your privacy. My last single I had put out was Lamy F from my last album, and I've turned that music video into a short film, and it was inspired by Michael Jackson and Lady Gaga's music videos. And I watched the video for Lady Gaga's Guy, and I liked the introduction where she used snippets from other songs off of the Art Pop album, and then before she transformed to the whole Guy video. And that's kind of the same thing like what I've done with Lamy F. My inspirations behind the album for the beats and lyrical theme. This is Janet and her video for the song I Get Lonely, and that song inspired me to write a song of my own called I Can't Let Go. And I tried to make the beat somewhat similar to how Janet's beat was for the I Get Lonely song, but except I kind of switched my style up to more of an 80s type R&B mixed in with electronic and trap music, which electronic and trap is a type of music that is more popular in today's mainstream music now. And I also did the same thing for another song that was inspired by Janet called What About, and I've titled that song All 'Cause of Someone Like You. All 'Cause of Someone Like You was inspired by Janet Jackson's What About, and I try to make the beat somewhat similar where it goes off slowly with the noises there and everything in the background in the verses, and then rocky in the beats. This is one other town I used to visit a lot while growing up. And Sonic used to be one of our main stops to buy quick food. This right here is a more personal album, and I mean that most of the songs on here talks about a lot of personal stuff that I've been through all of my life. I mean, it reflects on my childhood and even, like stuff in my spare time and some things that I have been through on one job that I've had once. And you know just how sometimes, you don't have to do anything to someone and they just have hatred towards you and just hate you, and want to sabotage you just for no personal reason at all. Well, that's what most of the songs, what all the songs on this album talks about. And it also talks about, other things too, such as, bad relationships with other people. And also, and sometimes, and people who don't act like they noticed you back then or either right now. And sometimes those are probably the biggest ones who are your fans that could be following you on social media or trying to be like you.
You say you want a girl, looks like she's straight out of a magazine. Long lashes, colorful outlines, slim face, sexy body looking attractive.
I've mentioned before in my Christmas special for my last album that I wasn't really expecting all of this. I mean, for one day to just get a lot of requests from people all over the world wanting to follow me on social media and inbox me and, I mean, giving me compliments and likes and all on my pics and statuses because, like I've already mentioned, I've never gotten that much support before. And also, I really do appreciate the love I've gotten from faraway places. I researched my first album online and saw that it was one radio station in Dallas, Texas that played the whole CD. And I really did feel honored because I've tried to submit my music to local radio stations, and one said that they didn't air it because of the content to it. And when they play content of music like that all the time on the radio, the TV, and other type of media outlets. Yeah, and I thought that was really, I mean, just crazy because, I mean, you just got to give people a chance. You just can't go by, I mean, whether if you done heard the song somewhere or not, or how popular this artist name or music is. Well, this is an outside area of the home I grew up in, and there was never any neighborhood kids around at the time when I was growing up here, so I wasn't raised with anyone to talk to, and that's part of the reason why I had to learn so much on my own. And also, this is the area I was in high school when this certain stuff happened online, which caused the songs Space and Moving On to come about. Brandy's song Angel in Disguise was an inspiration to write the song Phony, and I try to make it somewhat just like the song by the introduction to the song and then the male backup vocalist, and also making it an up-tempo version. But the difference is Brandy's Angel in Disguise was more of an R&B type ballad, while I switched mine up into more of a pop rock style mixed in with a little R&B, and that type of blend, of course, is inspired by Michael Jackson and Prince music. Well, the snippets of the songs from the whole album is in this documentary, and that was inspired by some childhood classic of mine growing up, even though I'm a 90s baby. But growing up, I did love it, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Because as you can tell in Michael's Moonwalker short film, he did included some full music videos like Smooth Criminal, Leave Me Alone, Speed Demon, along with snippets from his past musical performances and the awards and everything he done from the Jackson 5 up until the Bad era. And then at the last scene, the last part of the movie, it was him singing a remake of the Beatles song along with Smooth Criminal, and there's an acting skit with Sean Lennon, with Brandon Adams and Katie. No, it was, wait a minute, the little girl in that movie was Kelly, named Kelly, that's right, Parker. Kelly Parker. Yep. And then also another inspirational for this was Prince Purple Rain, which Prince included a whole soundtrack album to the movie, and there were some songs that were full and then some snippets of the song in the Purple Rain movie. And that is sort of what this documentary is like, but if you keep watching, you're gonna see something I mean, you haven't really seen nothing yet until you reach to the toward end of this documentary. And also, I want to include an autobiographical theme in my short films and music video, sort of like what Lady Gaga done with Marry the Night. And I thought it was cool, when she showed scenes of her life before she became famous, on how she was dropped from her first record deal and all, but she never gave up, and all of a sudden, and then she got a chance from someone who actually gave her an opportunity to put her out there, and she blew up on her first debut album. Well, I really do hope that I get luck on my documentary, because I've been working myself hard to get my talent noticed and marketing myself. And I did all this self-taught because I didn't really have no one to push me, like I said earlier in my first chapter of the documentary. But a few of my family members did taught me a little about the business, on who were the right people to get in with if you really want to make it to the top. And also, I've always did have a passion for music, writing, and dance. But behind it, I never did thought I could be able to produce, direct, and edit. But it does help save up a lot of money from investing, and you can create just as much as you want, and that's good. And I also wanted to get into acting. Acting is another one of my passions, because I think it's cool how you can embody the lines of a script and become a different character, and have to really feel it in your soul and imagine you being in a different world. And also the way how music marketing has changed now, since we got social media and all. And then with major record companies, they also put their artists out on digital stores such as iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, and Spotify. And then also on TV, musical channels such as BET, VH1, MTV, they don't even play music videos anymore. So now any new music video come out by an artist, you got to go to the internet or YouTube them. And then independent artists already have been doing that, uploading videos to YouTube, and that's the best way for this generation to start out. And it is good though, because you can keep up with points on how the number of how well you're doing and how many followers and requests you're getting.
Who are you? Reveal yourself. Tell me, do I know you? You'll not think of what you see me doing, my lover. You must.
I knew I had a gift for creativity from the time when I was in my pre to early teens, and then I noticed from then on that it really made me happy, and it was something I was really interested in and would like to do for a career when I grew up. And I pretty much did keep it like a secret to myself, because I figured that most people probably would doubt me, because they've doubted me about a lot of things. But now, since we got social media and today's technology, and they see me on there doing music or films, and then the pictures and all that, they know, I know that it is unbelievable to them.
As we started, I saw good things. You were a girl. You cleaned, she loved everything you saw. Now you've got company.
I'm now making this clip in my spare time. And as of right now, I'm visiting a relative in the hospital, along with a couple other visitors who are also relatives, but whose face and name I will remain nameless. Human nature is about I do this because I'm human. It's human nature, and anything that you do or say, people that make a big deal out of it like you're not supposed to know or do or feel anything and can hurt. I mean, just like any other human being. I mean, person that you're around, you don't have to, just share every detail with everyone. I mean, everyone doesn't need to know all of your personal business, and just because someone doesn't share a detail with you don't mean that they don't have a personal life. I mean, they do. I mean, have family or friends or whatever, then too, or may spend, spend with, within their spare time, but they don't have to publicize it to the whole world to know. I mean, like in the news or all over social media and sharing it with, everybody else. Who they come across. And besides, anyway, if I'm supposed to be doing business with you, or if it's not but just only schoolwork or whatever, I mean, I'm supposed to do just great work with you. I mean, no need to have to go all off topic into a big conversation and all that, and all this little gossiping, chit chat, and yippity yap and all that. I mean, every minute you just can't, have at least a quiet space without having to bring up, something that that's not even concerned of what you're supposed to be doing. Well, this is the last chapter, and I really do hope everyone who's watching at least enjoyed it, but I'm about to do some more retouches on a few songs off this upcoming Untitled album, which I hopefully plan to drop at least sometime next year in 2018. But anyways, what I hope to get out of this is revenge, and I'm going back to direct and edit more clips as a bonus after this chapter here. And as I mentioned before, when I first started out aspiring and didn't have, not nothing in the business, it was hard to get a chance. But after I had managed, after I actually managed my own talent, it seems as if more people have started to take me more seriously.
If only she knew. me up on my profile page, commenting my blog and an outrage. Thought you were into me, 'cause I used to see the way you used to look at me, how it sees you were to me. Once I showed love back, now I saw the turn around. I gave you what you want to get up out of your space.
Just a little memory coming back, giving me a new song to write down. For you now, go ahead and take down. Don't care how long you were, I don't take from you. You can come on back. I gave you what you want to get up out of space, out of your space.
Already had 2 chances to try to meet and greet, get up on our feet, but you don't even know how to explain when some things get in the way. But you better fall, just move on away from you. Move on with you. You started off the mistakes in me was up. Lots of times you said you're into my description. To live on someone else, she'll always be the true one for me. No matter who's next, no one can ever replace you. I can't let go, even though I know she was hard to someone else. She'll always be the true one for me. No matter who's next, the one can't never replace you. It's been a couple of years since we lost touch. What we had in common was very much. Memorize your first name was me. Taking time not to search for you on the Xtra, we don't about it. Xtra, we all 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 about it.
If you got a problem with me, you can come and address me.
As we started out, I saw good things. You were a girl. You cleaned, you loved everything you saw. Now you've got confidence to withdraw. You criticize so much. Now this really is the last straw. Better believe now I'm laying down the law. You may notice I exist. All of a sudden you had changed. I come to search the sea for another fish. Someone who's got it all. I'm leaving you. You're yesterday. Sure. I'll get someone like you. I'll get trust in anyone. I'll get someone like you. I never ever time you use the ones who are attracted to me. I never love you. I'll get someone like you. I'll get someone like you.
I can't see the lights behind your eyes. Even hope still answer. Even open doors of you that you still try to push back on me. Oh, I can't see the truth that this is over for me. And I see.
If only she knew I don't want nothing to do with you. It's you, not me, who's chasing. If only she knew when she's gonna see the facts. She's with some crazy one, trying to have every girl in the world. You're nothing of what you see me doing, my lover. You must be someone undercover. You someone who knows a family. Nothing but our touches and kisses about his business. He was upfront and honest with me, so who cares? We know neither one of us don't tell. And I ask, who do you work for? Are somebody being paid to watch my baby? Or are you just undercover freak? Undercover freak. I swear you seem to know half of me. All about my baby, watching other movies.